my name's Sean Stanton. We're at Blue Hill Farm in Great Barrington, Massachusetts, and we raise 100% grass-fed dairy cows for milk, and we raise beef, we raise laying hens, goats, we grow tomatoes, pigs, lots of pigs. I started at my parents' property. They have 10 acres in Great Barrington, and I was just raising a few meat chickens. And then I bought a few pigs and a couple of cows, and then it sort of grew from there. A few years into it, Dan Barber, the chef and owner of Blue Hill, came to visit the farm in Great Barrington. We talked about livestock and genetics and methodologies of raising animals. Years we were selling to the restaurant, and then he asked me, or was interested in farming up here at Blue Hill. We started with 4 cows, and now we're milking 16, but we have room for about 20, and then we raise about 150 to 200 pigs a year. We're raising 30 goats. We're also farming on land from basically 12 different property owners between here and Great Barrington. Because I'm actually usually more of an instant gratification kind of person, and that's not instant gratification at all. That's definitely a long term. Like just working with the animals and interacting with them can be amazing when you come out and there's a calf that's just been born and the mother's going through its whole thing. It can also be just ridiculously frustrating when you have a cow that doesn't want to cooperate, doesn't want to be milked, and you come in every day, twice a day, and it's like, you know, everybody's frustrated because she's not behaving the way that a dairy cow is supposed to behave. But over the course of time, with patience and consistency and real concerted effort, I think that can change too. When I started, this field that we're in right now was full of all kinds of things that cows don't want to eat. Using the cows, a little bit of mechanization and a little bit of soil amendments in the form of lime, to having a real productive pasture for producing milk. I mean, that's it. It's 100% grass-fed. You know, they're not producing 30,000 pounds of milk a year. They're producing probably half of that. My belief is that it's much better. It's better for the soil, better for the planet, and it's better for us as consumers to be, consuming that product that comes from animals who are eating what they're supposed to be eating, as opposed to animals who are eating something that they will eat and they'll get fat on, but it's not necessarily good for them. I mean, we could all eat Twinkies all day, but it's not good for us. We had a prolapse uterus. Well, basically, when they have a calf, they end up pushing out the entire uterus, and so what the calf is in for the 9 months of gestation is on the ground. The first time I saw it, I was like, "Oh my God, what is that? That is crazy. That cow's gonna die." And I had just told the interns about it, and so I was like, "Okay, well, this can happen. It's really unlikely, but it's just a crazy thing when it does." And so they were coming up here on their own, and they call me up and they're like, "Oh, I think we have a prolapse uterus." And I was like, "Are you sure?" Because that's really a serious thing. So they sent me a photo, and I was like, "Okay, yeah, that's definitely it." And I called the vet. So I went through the steps with him on the phone about how to do it, and you like pick it up and push it back in, and we did it, and she's fine. And all that stuff is happening out in the middle of the field in like April. So what do you like best? Finding that's not a great thing, but being able to deal with that and have the reward of a healthy, productive animal at the end of it, that's kind of a great thing.